I'm making FNaF theories now? Looks like I've gone full MatPat. I've actually had a theory for a while now regarding the security breach CDs, but since then I've been hit with the biggest revelations of my life, so I'm coming at you with a different video. As big of a FNaF fan everyone knows me to be, I actually didn't really like the story with security breach. FNaF 6 wrapped everything up. You could have gone in so many directions from that point. Why did you just do the same thing? And after Help Wanted, I was completely assuming FNaF 1 to 6 was not canon to security breach.
While it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending.
I thought that in this new universe, FNaF 1 to 6 were just games, ghost stories. Springlock suits weren't real, so that's why Glitch Trap was in a normal old costume. FNaF 6 wasn't real either, so that means Fazbear Entertainment never actually shut down.
There is no need for you to return to work next week, as Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity.
But no, under the Pizzaplex, there's FNaF 6, there's Springlock Afton, there's all the ghost stories, so there goes every single reasonable explanation I had. What is going on? In comes the major questions. Why is Springtrap back? Why is Fazbear Entertainment still kicking around? What the heck is this blob thing if all the spirits were freed? The entire thing made me genuinely angry, until one day I was watching a Lost Bits video.
Tidbit I wanted to discuss is that the princess is actually given a name in the game's files this time around. She is actually referred to as Cassidy in the files. Cool to see her given a name now, albeit hidden in the files.
Yeah, that ain't any old name. That's Cassidy. The vengeful spirit, the one you shouldn't have killed. Golden Freddy. At first I was like, what? Because I had always assumed it was Vanessa. I mean, it's a blonde girl fighting off glitching bunnies. Sounds to me like that's Vanessa fighting off the glitch trap virus infecting her mind. But no, it's not Vanessa. It's Cassidy. That's when it hit me. This is all her fault. If you aren't aware, Ultimate Custom Night had a story. After FNaF 6's ending, where Henry lured all the loose ends to a single place and set it aflame, Cassidy jumped in and prevented Afton from dying. We know this because throughout all of the animatronic voice lines in the game, occasionally one of the animatronics will break character, as Cassidy speaks through them.
Move over, Freddy Fazbear. Happy Frog is the new star of the show. We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
Instead of letting Afton die off, Cassidy is holding him here, torturing him in his mind. Ultimate Custom Night doesn't have an ending. It just starts over and over again.
Don't you hate getting killed by obscure secondary characters? This is how it feels, and you get to experience it over and over and over again. Forever. I will never let you leave.
That's when Fazbear Entertainment was rebirthed, and they started making the VR game to fix their PR, sending in some animatronic circuit boards to help with the coding process.
It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like that. Looked pretty old. Somehow, though, there was usable code on some of it. It seemed to take hold by itself.
And because Cassidy wouldn't let Afton die, guess whose spirit was still in said circuit boards? Freaking William Afton. Glitch Trap infecting the VR game is Cassidy's fault. Glitch Trap then going on to corrupt Vanessa is Cassidy's fault. But besides that new context, we already knew all of that. We already knew Afton was back. Why is Springtrap back? Didn't he burn up in the fire? Yes. What we're seeing here isn't Afton's corpse just getting back up. If I put FNaF 6 Afton next to Security Breach Afton, or Burn Trap, you can already notice that Burn Trap has his arm back. And not just any arm. A Glamrock endoskeleton arm. Afton's corpse burned in FNaF 6. What happened here is that they found his head lying around and glued it to an endo along with anything else that remained of him. At that point, they just uploaded Glitch Trap into it and boom. Notice the glowing purple eyes. Springtrap never had any purple. Don't ask me why he wanted the pieces of his burned corpse and not just a regular endo. I don't know. You do you, man. But what about the blob? No one has been able to figure out what this guy is. Some say it's just Molten Freddy, but Molten Freddy was just entered with a different mask. That is not at all entered, and that's not even the same mask. Others say it's the new victims that Vanny may have killed, but that wouldn't make sense at all. With all the clues given to us about this thing, nothing seems to point in that direction at all. It's just a baseless claim. So what the heck is this guy? Well, with this new context that Cassidy is responsible for Afton and Vanny, is it possible that she's also responsible for the blob's existence? Maybe? When you analyze the blob, you'll notice some familiar faces within it. The puppet, Baby, Chica, Bonnie, and Mangle, which always confused me. These are very random choices. Why would Steel Wool pick these animatronics specifically? Not that I don't think there's more animatronics inside the blob, but why show these faces? Besides, you can't possibly be telling me that all these spirits are still here. Bonnie and Chica were freed in FNaF 3. Unless the bad ending is canon. Unless the bad ending is canon. Bad ending is canon. Bad ending is canon. Bad ending canon. That's when my own words hit me like a brick. After Ultimate Custom Night, Darko scored an interview with Scott Cawthon himself, and one of the questions he asked was, which FNaF 3 ending is canon?
This game was when things went a little bit crazy with like the mini games and stuff, and the good ending and the bad ending. If you can answer this, which ending really happened?
I've given a lot of thought as to whether or not I should answer this question.
Okay.
And I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the answer is very interesting.
Okay.
You know? The answer is very interesting. The answer is complex.
Okay.
However, I'm not going to answer it because it's only going to cause strife.
The answer is interesting, but it would make the community angry. I don't know about you, but that definitely sounds like the bad ending is canon. But let's dig a little deeper. FNaF 3 had a series of minigames, with the main goal being to throw a party for Golden Freddy. Only when Golden Freddy was finally happy were they able to go free. Does that sound familiar to you? Golden Freddy holding spirits back. Oh yeah, that's exactly what they did to Afton in Ultimate Custom Night. Except, was it really just Afton? A lot of these animatronics talk like they're the real spirits.
I recognize you, but I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
I was the first. I have seen everything. He's here and always watching. The one you shouldn't have killed.
I guess you forgot about me.
Could it be that Cassidy wasn't just restricting Afton from moving on, but all the other spirits as well? Surely I'm just overanalyzing.
What is this new person? Is it me trapped, or is it you? Perhaps it's us both.
Oh my goodness. Why has no one ever talked about that line? None of these spirits were ever allowed to pass on. Golden Freddy has constantly been preventing everything from ending. The FNaF 3 bad ending is canon, which is honestly something we should have known when we saw the puppet return. But still, I don't know about you, but my mind is blown. And no one has talked about this. No one has been able to figure out what the blob is. Wait a minute. Speaking of the blob, which animatronics had those voice lines again? Well then, I guess it wasn't random after all. So there you have it, the real story of Security Breach. Everyone's been so focused on Afton that it's gone completely under the radar. That Golden Freddy is the new big bad of the series. A last loose end that FNaF 6 didn't resolve. A restless force that's trapping every spirit here to be angry and confused. If I were to predict, I'd say the next game, or maybe even the new DLC, will shed a bit more light on that. But who knows, because that's just a theory. A game theory! And hey, while we're on the subject of FNaF, I'm making a FNaF Multiplayer game. Progress has been going really well, and it's looking to be released sometime this year. So make sure to follow it on GameJolt and itch.io. Links in the description. Alright, bye!